According to reports, Trump fatigue is now starting to set in, not just with voters and activists and operatives, but also with some of Donald Trump's biggest Republican donors. A new report from Politico talked to a lot of these people who are, of course, suffering from this Trump fatigue. And one of them, I have to read this quote because I love it so much, explains why people are starting to move away from Donald Trump. It's a shit show. Some donors are getting sick of the shit show. I couldn't have said it better myself. That is a perfect description of what it's like inside of Trump world right now. Of course, obviously, thanks to the January 6th committee hearings, we get to see that it's not just a shit show today, but it's been a shit show for a couple of years now. And Donald Trump, of course, is continuing that show. He is continuing to go out there, in spite of the fact that he has no evidence to back up any of his claims, telling us that, yes, the 2020 election was stolen, and this darn committee's not giving me time to go and tell my story, and the networks, I demand equal time, he said. So he can, of course, present his evidence, which I would love to see if you do have it. You know, if you can't get on a major network, I'm sure we could pull some strings and get you here on Ring of Fire if you want to present that evidence, if you don't mind me questioning it. But you won't do that because you don't even have the evidence. And that, of course, is one of the big things driving away these Republican donors. See, here's the thing. It wouldn't be as bad in the minds of these Republicans if Donald Trump had done all this January 6th stuff, but then moved on. Right? They would have said, oh, no, he stopped that. It's all over. We thought we had a thing, but we didn't. It's the fact that he continues to do it to this day that's driving them crazy. Right? They have no problem that it happened. They're just mad and abandoning him because it's still happening. That's where Donald Trump has, of course, done the most damage to himself and his 2024 presidential prospects. So what's happening now? These big money donors are leaving Donald Trump and they're flocking to Ron DeSantis. He has broken all kinds of records with the amount of money he has raised for his re-election bid here in the state of Florida. And it's not because he needed, $50+ million to run. It's because these Republicans are starting to butter him up, making sure he's got a big old war chest of money so that after he wins in November, which he probably will, unfortunately, he can immediately switch and start running for president. That's why they're giving him money now. That's why they're leaving Donald Trump. The polls are already flipping in Ron DeSantis' favor. He is now the guy to beat. Trump is not. And again, interviews with operatives, interviews with voters that Politico has done. Everybody is saying the same thing. They still love Trump. That love has not gone away. It has not diminished. These hearings have actually solidified him in the hearts of the diehard MAGA folks. But anybody that's not a diehard, again, they still like him. They just don't ever want him to run for office ever again. And they've moved on to Ron DeSantis. And if he fizzles out, they're going to find another Republican, but they're not coming back to Trump. His days as a politician in the United States are likely over. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.